Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Tetsuya Otomo, Councillor, Minister's Secretariat, Minister of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries, Japan. Mr. Satoshi Nimura, Nimura Genetics Solutions, Japan. Dr. Katsunori Tanaka. Can you please, I can't see Japanese delegates. Can you move to the front table, please? Yes, Dr. Katsunori Tanaka, Associate Professor, Hirosaki University, Japan. Mr. Tomiro Kamogawa, ABS Expert, Sakata Seed Corporation, Japan. Yes. Additional Director General from the Department of Agriculture, Mr. Lienege, Mr. Samarasinghe. Additional directors, professional directors, then University Academia, the private sector, representatives, NGOs, then officials from the Ministry of Mahavali Development and Environment, and officers from other departments. Ladies and gentlemen, now this particular project, as you all know, is a critical time. These two projects, biodiversity adaptability for climate change, and the other project is biodiversity of food and nutrition. The both parties have organized this workshop as a timely manner, because right now this country to face a critical situation, a drought situation. So these two projects was started about 2 years back. Now they have come up with solutions, so they have come up with documents. Now this is the time to implement all these achievements. And this is time to implement all these achievements in the fields. So we have time to face for the critical drought situation. When you think about Sri Lanka, how with the existing rice stock, still we can feed the nation until end of February. Again, this Maha season, of course, the main season in this country. So we normally cultivate 800,000 hectares. Right now we have only 250,000 hectares. Even we haven't reached the 50% mark. With that extent, still we can feed the nation until end of June. So that is the situation thanks to our scientists, because the 98% of the farmers are growing our varieties, our improved varieties. With that varieties, still we can feed the nation until next June. The problem will arise with the coming Yala season. We have to cultivate 400,000 hectares. I don't think that we can cultivate at least 50%, because the capacity of tanks have gone down to 20% or 30%. So most of the tanks are empty now. So the coming Yala is a serious Yala. So that is why this particular event, this particular workshop is really important. During these 2 days, with the Japanese experts and our project coordinators with the private sector, the people who have knowledge, traditional knowledge, will share knowledge and information, and toward the end of tomorrow afternoon, so you all have to come up with some knowledge regarding traditional varieties, local varieties, and traditional knowledge to combat this drought situation. So that is really my aim. Right, again, when you think about the first project, the climate change project, which was started 2 years back, so they have about 4 pilot areas. Even before that, we have some experience working with crop wild relative projects. It was about 5 years, a 5-year project. So we have come up with a lot of solutions. They have some accessions, they have some solutions, they have some results, outcomes from that particular project. With the crop wild relatives, they have identified some varieties and traditional varieties to adapt to climate change. And with this new project, so they strengthened the previous project, and I think now this is the time to implement. You have to publish a book. And this is a book published by some other party. It's not a government person with the traditional knowledge. So likewise, yes, Dr. Samari Singhal, you have to come up with this kind of a book. Immediately we have to publish this and give it to the general public. Right, varieties adapted to climate change. You have to hunt for various food crops. When you think about Japan, sometime back, they faced a severe war sometime back. During that time, Japanese have come up with various food items, various leafy vegetables. Now, they have largest quantity of diversity in leafy vegetables. So likewise, when you think about Sri Lanka, we have the highest density of biodiversity. I just show you a diversity of my bungalow. Early morning, my cook, every day, so he has something to cook around my garden. Now this is Japan bird, which says Japan brinjal leaves. I don't know whether Japan has this particular crop. We eat as a leaf. And here, so jackfruit. So we eat young jackfruit leaf. Yes. Then this is another one. We eat cotton also. So this is a traditional knowledge. The young leaf of cotton. This cotton. And this is Japan batu. And this is Maditya. You know Maditya? It's another variety. All around my bungalows. Every meal I have that particular leaf vegetable, right? Most of the surrounding area, even from the botanical garden, adjoining area of the botanical garden. So my suggestion is, now this is the time for the biodiversity food and nutrition project and the climate change project, right? Hunt for this kind of crops. The traditional knowledge exists. Go and find these crops and come up with all these recipes. When you think about 1974, we faced to a similar situation. And those days, when you browse all these Goikam Sangarava, our traditional book, you will find various recipes. How to eat all these root and tubers. So that's what I asked my Farm Women Extension to do. Right, go browse and see what they have done in 1970s and come up with various recipes to eat in the future. This is all based on our project, biodiversity, food and nutrition. That's what we expect from the field, from the pilot area. They have diversity in food. They have various preparation and use our helicogen system to popularize all this diversity in food. So that's, again, come up with a recipe book, immediately to pass it to the general public. Come up with a biodiversity adaptation book, various varieties, and the technology. For instance, now, sometime back, although it's a welcome speech, I have some samples also. Now, this particular book was published about 3 years back. 3 years back. So we have printed only 2,000 copies. Now, I asked media people, Cicely and others, please, with the assistance from FAO, this was done through FAO, publish this book. There's a special chapter written by Dr. Dharmasen. It's, again, a complete traditional knowledge. It's a traditional knowledge to combat drought situation and even the flood situation also given. All practical experience of Dr. Dharamsen is given in the last chapter, all based on the traditional knowledge. So likewise, come up with book, and hereafter, starting from this January, the media people, you have to go to the field and come up with various technologies to adapt the climate changes. So that's the serious target for you all. Right? Even my media friends outside the department, so that is the challenge for you all. Right? Come up with that kind of messages. So discuss with our scientists, and it's a serious issue. I am sure from August there is a severe shortage of food here in this country. So we have to come up with various solutions. Each and every research unit were given tasks. Even don't adhere to their normal tasks. Go beyond that and come up with various solutions. For instance, now the sweet potato task was given to Hodi. They have to popularize among the entire country, the sweet potato. And the manioc task was given to Makandura. So they have to popularize that. And we have to cultivate wet zone. So we have our varieties, improved varieties like BG 250, 251, 252. Those are the recent varieties. 250 and 252 to escape drought. The 251 is a nice variety, recently released. The last year we released that is resistant to drought. So we have a massive program to produce seeds of these varieties. So we have to think about seeds for the next year. We have to cultivate entire wet zone. The wet zone is the cushion for the entire country. If dry zone fail in cultivation, we have to go to this cushion. The wet zone has water underneath. We have to cultivate. So there is a project to cultivate 150,000 abandoned lands in the wet zone. But sadly, do we have any rice or traditional rice variety to adapt climate change? I don't know whether they have found. So think of these varieties, the traditional varieties of rice and various to adapt climate changes. So that's the message. This is a really important meeting today. We have Japanese experts, we have scientists from university system, and we have our project officers and the NGOs, the farmers, with their traditional knowledge. See my cook's traditional knowledge. So likewise, we find these people from the system with the traditional knowledge. So that's we discuss tomorrow and day after, and I need series of workshops hereafter even on this field. The crop wild relatives, the climate change adaptability, and nutrition diversity in that field. So with that opening remarks, so by tomorrow afternoon, you discuss these things and immediately implement these things in the field. And I wish you this particular workshop a success. Thank you very much.